Here we go again. Here we go again. Former Ole Miss coach, former Auburn coach, current senator, U.S. senator from the state of Alabama, Tommy Tuberville. Here we go again. Told y'all every time he come with some of this bull, I'm gonna light him up. I told y'all that. And he struck again. This time he's trying to act like he don't really know what white nationalism is. Like there's some kind of difference between a white nationalist and a racist. Well, let's look at the differences. Let's really look at those terms and try to figure these things out for old time, okay? Let's do that. But before we do, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy first. This is the realest now. Most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on some. Again, hit that subscribe button. Put all your people on. Ain't nobody else touching this type of shit like I do. Okay? Let's get it. Like I said, Senator from Alabama, Tommy Tuberville, struck again. This time he was on a CNN interview. And he was, I guess, talking about white nationalists in the military. And he was being pressed on whether or not he thinks white nationalists should be in our military. And again, he said he thinks white nationalism is an American. Now, if he said it, now if the white nationalist is racist, he's against that. But he doesn't equate the two. Okay? Doesn't equate the two. Once there was so much backlash, and he was caught up in a separate interview, just one of those spur of the moment interview when a reporter run up on you. He tried to say, well, if your definition of a white nationalist is a racist, well, I'm against them too. He act like the Democrats just want to call white nationalists racist. Okay. If that's the case, he's against that because he's against all racism. So he firmly says he's against racism, but the white nationalism, he's So let's look at these terms because some people might not really, understand these terms. Linguistics can get, a little complex sometimes, a little tricky sometimes, some people think. Let's look at what these words are. All right, racism. Okay. Racism is the belief that a racial group is superior to another. Okay. So historically in the United States of America, white people have believed that they are superior to black people, to Latinos, to Asians, to the Native Americans. Like this was the cornerstone of them being, them thinking that they were correct in conquering this land and kicking Native Americans off of their land, of enslaving black people, okay, of doing what they did to basically start the Mexican-American War and taking them motherfuckers' land, okay. This was the thinking, okay, that it's okay because white is right and white is superior. Look up The White Man's Burden. Go look up that poem, okay. It's this whole idea that the white man is blessed by God more than everybody else, and therefore the white man is burdened with the responsibility of conquering the earth and teaching the uncivilized people of the world how they should be. Okay? Go look this shit up. That's textbook racism. Okay? So see, some of y'all motherfuckers don't be catching that because you look for racism and you say, looking for somebody to call you the N-word, and since they ain't call you the N-word, they can't be racist. Or you might see a white man married to a black woman or dating a black woman and think he can't be racist. He's married to a black woman. That does not mean that he doesn't think that he's superior to that motherfucker. Just because you and your white coworker go out and have some drinks don't mean that that motherfucker don't believe that he is superior to you. You feel me? So, like, it's something that can really be hidden because it's a thought, it's a belief. So they might not show that through discriminate. They might not discriminate against you, or they might not openly show hatred towards you, but if they think they're superior to you, that's fucking racist. So let's look at white nationalism. Bob Tummy, okay? White nationalism here in this country is the idea, the belief, the desire to have a white nation, okay? To have a nation free of black people, to have a nation free of not Native Americans and Latinos and Asians, just have a white ethno state, okay? And if you can't get rid of all the non-whites, at least have a country where white people are clearly and undoubtedly the people in power in all situations. That's white nationalism. You got motherfuckers here who actively believe in that shit. You had a motherfucker in the White House with Donald Trump, Stephen Miller, was pretty open with that shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's what he was on. That's white nationalism. Okay. Well, first, don't you support Malcolm X? Wasn't he a black nationalist? Okay. Roll with me here. Malcolm X was a black nationalist in the sense that black people needed our own land. Given the fact that we've been systematically discriminated against here, in his mind, it only made sense that, okay, y'all don't want us here, let us have our own so we can take care of ourselves. And if we can't do that, at least we should be able to take care of our own neighborhoods, our own schools, and our own businesses and shit like that. You feel me? That's what he was on. That's what Marcus Garvey was on. Okay? It wasn't rooted in, at least once Malcolm, and I can't admit, as a Malcolm fan, I can't admit, when he was still in the Nation of Islam, he did say some racist things. Okay, kind of all white people devils and all that kind of stuff. But near his death, he wasn't making those blanket statements like that. But he still was saying that we did need our own shit. Because our human rights have been violated here. Our human rights, not just civil rights, have been violated here. That's not the kind of shit these white nationalists on. Well, who violating them motherfuckers' human rights? Who? Ain't nobody goddamn violating Tuberville's human rights. Donald Trump's human rights. So, like the white nationalists that be supporting them and shit like that, them people who were marching at Charlottesville, Virginia. Remember they had them goddamn tiki torches and we're out there, you will not replace us, motherfuckers. Remember that? Them white nationalists. Okay? They see these folks coming in from Mexico, they see that shit as motherfuckers trying to replace them. They don't like that shit. They see Jews and black people as motherfuckers trying to replace them. They don't like that shit. Okay? That ain't what Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X want. Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey on some, y'all keep shitting on us. If y'all keep shitting on us like this, we don't want to be around you. Y'all can have this, let us go have our own. That shit's different. That shit's different. Okay? So when Tommy Tuberville sits up there and tries to act like there's a difference between a white nationalist and a racist, that's asinine, because white nationalism in America is rooted in racism. It's rooted in it. It's foundational to it. So it's either he's playing a fool, either he knows this shit and just playing a fool because these motherfuckers are his constituents, or he doesn't know it. Doesn't know the difference between the words, or knows how racism plays into white nationalism, which would make him a fool. And neither is good for a U.S. senator. Neither is good for a football coach either. Again, as football season approaches, Y'all black parents out there. Hell, y'all white parents out there. You shouldn't want a bigot coaching your child either. Check up on these coaches. Make sure you ain't got a Tommy Tuberville coaching your baby. Put it on something.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?